up, and welcome to another installment of Vintage Game Finder. I'm Neves Mazda 07, of course. Welcome back. I think I got another decent weekend in. I'll leave that up to you to answer by the end of the video. I mean, I didn't pick up any little Samsons or TurboGrafx 16s or 3DOs or anything like that, you know, but for me, I consider it a win. Anytime you can go out, have fun, and find something that you didn't have in your collection, to me it's always a win. So in this case, I think I managed to pick up a pretty decent amount of titles. I got to hang out with some good friends. Actually still converting people over to the hobby, which most people will tell you is a good thing or a bad thing. But I like to, you know, toe the line and say that as long as you're having fun, it shouldn't matter what anybody else thinks, you know. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in and see what we got. I'll go ahead and start with the accessories. And managed to pick up a Guitar Hero, I don't know what the hell you call it, wireless receiver. This is for the PS3, and it's what it says here. It says it's for the drums, but I think you can still use it for the guitar. I may not be sure. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I did not really get into the Guitar Hero phenomenon when it was out back in the day. I knew it was a passing fad, and I knew it was one of those things that was just gonna come and go pretty quick, so I didn't latch onto it. I do want to say I fell victim for the DJ Hero stuff because I used to love to spin back when I was younger. I used to have a lot of house parties, and I had a friend that was a DJ, and he would let me mess around with the turntables every now and then, so that was fun. So that's a guilty pleasure for me to play DJ Hero on my PS3, but this is cool to have. I got it as a gift from my cousin, who now calls himself Retro Jeff. I went ahead and blessed him with that, but I'm making sure that with that nickname, he needs to do a lot of homework on what retro is and what it's really all about, because it's easy for somebody to get a nickname and have no idea what the hell they're talking about when they meet up with other people that are just like-minded, you know. So he is doing his homework. He's brushing up on his video game nerd, his game chasers, you know, some retro Liberty on the side. Shout out to those guys. Callie's doing it real big, but little by little you go learning. I mean, like I said in the last video, nobody's perfect, and I'll never admit to anybody that I know every little thing about all there is in this hobby. But every day you learn something, definitely. So I also picked up a PSP Go. Looks like a little carrying case. So it has the pockets here. Got that also from Retro Jeff. Moving on, from the last video, I had a couple things that Raphael gave me that I forgot to mention in that video, so I'll just go ahead and throw them in right now. I got a GoldenEye 007 from Nintendo 64 Classic, and I also have this game I was looking for a long time because I used to love playing it when it came out. Bushido Blade. Very good game. If you have not played this game, you gotta try it. It's definitely unique. You got one-hit kills, which is ultra realistic. You want to put yourself in that era, in that setting where you had those duels. One strike was all that was needed to get the victory. So I mean, this game is pretty badass in that aspect. Next, a lot of, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man, like, the weekend was so crazy that some of these games I'm gonna show you, I don't remember how I got them. Because like I said, I mean, if it was a weekend thing, I would probably remember, but to me, like I said in the last video, every day I'm out there trying to look for anything retro. So I'm hitting the streets Monday through Sunday always. So let's move on. I got some Game Boy Advance games I want to show you real quick. I know it's eating up time because I keep jabbering, but here we go. Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Capcom Classics Mini Mix. Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku. Disney's Magical Quest starring Mickey and Minnie. A lot of you are gonna say, a Disney game, but it's from Capcom, so I'm getting it. And then Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. I gotta say, since I've gotten the Game Boy Advance, I've been picking up some quality games, and I'm pretty happy about that. Next up, we have oh, I remember this. This was at a flea market I frequent in town. It's Trauma Center Under the Knife 2 for the Nintendo DS. I played a little bit of this. It's I like to say this game is sort of an acquired taste. My wife latched onto it because she works in the medical field, and she fell in love with it. I mean, there's a point where she actually played it for about 6 to 7 hours straight. So that was pretty awesome to watch her do that. But for the price I paid, really good pickup, and it was completed box, so cannot argue with that. Next, this was a garage sale find. I managed to find, she was selling her PS2, and I managed to find this loose with some DVDs that she was selling on the side. So Dragon Quest 8. Let me see if you can see. You probably got some shine from the light there. My apologies. That's the black label. And the disc is pretty good. It's functional. I tested it and it works. So all I need now is the case, the manual, and the cover art, which I have another copy of, but that's, for me. So this one will be finding a home eventually. Next up, which I thought was pretty cool, I ended up finding a map for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And a lot of you remember these. When you bought the game, they would always give you a map and then a poster on the other side for you to hang up in your room. So this was a fun game to play, but like any other Grand Theft Auto game that I played, after a while I don't know, I couldn't keep up, and I just forget about it. Next up, I got another flea market find here for a couple bucks. Was Rayman 2. Rayman 2 Revolution. I've not played it, but I heard good things about it, so I'm happy to go ahead and add it to my PS2 collection, which is ever growing as well. Keep going. This was a pickup from a guy I know that's listen. The guy's a reseller. Okay? The guy's a reseller. He makes he doesn't refute the fact that he is. But there are a lot of times where I could get a deal off of him, which is awesome. I mean, he's a good guy at heart, but at the same time, I know whatever he gets, he's trying to flip. So there are some times where I could go ahead and get a deal, and other times where I just gotta walk away. And most of those times, that's the case. I walk away because I don't pay eBay. I don't expect to get it for free, but I'm not gonna pay eBay. I refuse. I have an abbreviation that a lot of people associate me with, and it's NPR. And NPR stands for Never Pay Retail, and that's what I refuse to do. I'm not gonna do it. So I managed to get this for $3 off him, and you guys know I'm a sucker for Capcom games, so it ended up being Bionic Commando for the PS3. When it came out, I know the reviews were lackluster. But I still always wanted to try it, so I think now's the time to go ahead and start scooping up the PS3 games, the console exclusives, as well as games like this. So I'll always buy Capcom because they always pull out quality games. So Got another DS game here that was hiding from me. Age of Empires, The Age of Kings. I have no idea how I got this, but I'll give it a shot, and if I don't like it, I'll go ahead and pass it along. Next, we're back to Genesis and Super Nintendo. Been dying to add to the collection for these consoles. The only console I have to say that I'm lacking on severely is, well, from the consoles that I do own, is the Sega Master System, but I'm definitely working on that to see if I could expand it a lot better than what I have now, because right now all I have is about 8 games. So I'm trying to work on that. I wish I had a friend in South America, because Sega Master System was pretty successful in South America, and I think they had games coming out for that console even into the early to mid 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I'll probably have to Google Wikipedia to know for sure, but if you know, go ahead and leave your comment in the comment section, of course, and fill me in, because like I said, I don't know everything, and every day's a lesson, most definitely. So Super Nintendo games, I managed to find oh, you know what, this is Retro Jeff again, hooking me up as always. Thank you, bro. I got a Stanley Cup for the Super NES, which is awesome. Love sports games. This one was pretty cool too. I had it for Genesis back in the day, and I did not like it, but from what people tell me, the Super Nintendo version is the superior version, so I'm happy to have it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Pretty cool cover too. Next, there's another game that I remember coming out and I never got to play. This is Mario is Missing. And let's see what else we got. We got some Genesis games. This one I got again from Raphael when we bought a lot, and I forgot to mention it. So here it is: Tiny Toon Adventures Acme All Stars. Looks like a sports title with the Tiny Toon characters. This was a pretty cool cartoon back in the day. Still miss it. Beavis and Butthead. Never played it. Now I'll get a chance to. And this one I got to pick up from a good friend of mine called Pat Keegan. He's with the Southwest Florida Gamers. If you guys want to check him out, they're on Facebook. It's a pretty big community. A lot of good people there. We try to get together, and when we do, it's a lot of fun. But most of the time, we're so branched out. We got people in Jacksonville, Miami, Hialeah, Naples, Port Charlotte. Like we're pretty branched out. So whenever we get a chance to all get together, it's pretty fun. So it's Forgotten Worlds for the Sega Genesis, and this game is a Capcom game. It won't tell you there, but it's definitely Capcom. You can tell from the cover art. Very, very great memories playing that back in the day. Okay, next we're gonna round second base here and go to third. I found these manuals. Actually, no, Retro Jeff found them for me. Jeez, guys, I'm mentioning this guy so often. I'm gonna have to bring him in here one of these days, and we're gonna have to do some episodes with him. He's a pretty cool guy, but I'm not sure if he's camera shy or not. So I'll go ahead and work on that, and I'll give you guys a proper introduction eventually, because he's pretty cool to give me all this shit, to be honest. I got Nintendo DSi paperwork here. I got a quick start guide. I got this quick start guide in another language. Just a lot of promotional crap that came with the DSi when it was bought. I'm pretty much just missing the box and the actual handheld, because all I have right now is the standard DS. So. Okay, now we're gonna go to Xbox. I picked these up at a yard sale, about $2.50 a piece. I have Doom 3, no manual. I got Halo 2, this is my second copy. Completes. And I have Splinter Cell Chaos Theory from Tom Clancy. And that is completes. And then we're going to another Xbox. This one I was pretty happy to find this, and I got it for about $3. It's Perfect Dark Zero for the Xbox 360 in the aluminum collector's edition case. I guess that's what it is. Pretty cool. I love coming across these aluminum cases. Now we're going to PlayStation 1 again, and I have Tempest X3, and this one looks to be complete. Pretty cool game. I've been dying to play Tempest since I've seen it on Jaguar. So far I got that copy and the copy for Tempest 2000 for Saturn, which is awesome. And this is an RPG that I do not remember, but it's from THQ. It's called Grand Stream Saga. And from the looks of it, doesn't look too bad. So I'll be trying that eventually. And then got one GameCube game and 2 more PlayStation. This is I got from another reseller that I know on and off. And I guess he was in a good mood that day because he got me this for $3. And the disc is not even too bad. It's just missing the manual, which I don't really care about anyways. But it's Star Fox Adventures for the Nintendo GameCube. Heard a lot of good things about this game. Also heard this was I think one of the last games Rare put out for Nintendo before they were bought out by Microsoft. If I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me, please. But great game to add to any GameCube collection. So happy to have that. And the last 2 games I got off of a social media group. The guy hooked me up. He gave me, 2 for $5 basically, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the last installment from Konami, and Urban Reign, which is complete. Looks like a fun beat 'em up in the Final Fight style with looks like you got some Tekken characters thrown in there for a little spice or whatever. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I think it was a solid weekend all around. I got a bevy of games here, spanning maybe 2, 3, 4 consoles. I lost count, but I'm very happy. I'm very grateful, and I have nothing but high expectations for the next week/weekend coming up. I want to thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, rate, subscribe, and that's it pretty much. Take care of yourself, and happy hunting.